Hello. Are we there? Are we there? Hello. Are we there? Okay. I'm beyond fucking pissed off right now. Okay. Anyway, let's try and I'm going to try and collect my bearings. I apologize. I thought we had apparently figured out all of the technical issues that we've been dealing with here in the studio, and apparently that's not the case because this computer just crashed. And yeah, how does that make you feel? I don't even know what the hell we left off with. Talking about, you know what? Screw that story. You know what? Let's refill. I'm going to give you the treat. Here's what we will do. You know what? Let's do this one. Shall we? Profiles in history. As a new member of Maryland's provincial Assembly, he opposed the governor's proclaiming laws on his own without the legislature's approval. When the governor proclaimed public officials were to collect certain fees, he and a close friend led a crowd to the public gallows. They hung the governor's proclamation in a mock execution, and, after the proclamation breathed its last, as it were, it was buried in a coffin under the gallows. Born to a wealthy family near Abingdon, Maryland, on October 31st, 1740, was William Paca. He studied law in Annapolis, Maryland, where he would then attend Middle Temple in London. By 1764, he had returned back to Maryland and started his own practice. During this time, he would become close friends with fellow signers Samuel Chase and Thomas Stone. If it wasn't enough to have staged the mock execution due to an unpopular law, Paca and Chase objected to a tax paid by citizens to support the Church of England. Chase's father was a clergyman, but he and Paca both thought it was wrong for the government to collect a tax that benefited a single religion. The letters and articles Paca and Chase wrote and published branded them as rebels in the eyes of Tories and as patriots in the eyes of Whigs. The two had their first big test case when a political friend was arrested and fined for refusing to pay the tax. The jury found for their client, awarded him money in damages, and Paca and Chase were hailed as heroes. Their adversary in the courtroom was their friend Thomas Stone. In 1771, William was elected to the Provincial Assembly and later to the Continental Congress in 1774. Maryland was one of the fence-sitting colonies that almost didn't vote for independence. The Annapolis Convention, a rebel-led political body, had not authorized its 3 delegates in Philadelphia to take such an action. Paca and Stone were in Philly waiting for word from Annapolis as Congress crept closer to the vote. Chase and fellow signer Charles Carroll, who had not yet been elected, were in Annapolis trying to persuade the convention to give its assent, which it finally did. When their instruction arrived, Paca and Stone voted in favor of the Lee resolution. They were joined by a third Maryland delegate, John Rogers, who voted but left Congress before signing. Chase and Carroll were still in Maryland on July 2nd, but they signed the Declaration of Independence in August with most of the other representatives. In 1778, Paca's judicial career began when he was appointed Chief Judge of the Superior Court in Maryland. He was then Chief Justice of the Court of Appeals in prize and admiralty cases. Peka continued his climb up the state political ladder and became governor just in time to see the Revolutionary War end. Now, by this time, he was twice a widower. His first wife, Mary Chu, died in 74 after about a decade of marriage, and two of their three children, that is, also died during his lifetime. He remarried, this time to Anne Harrison in 1777, only to have died 3 years later, followed by their only child together, who died at the age of 2. He had had one child out of wedlock with a free black woman. He left the governor's office in 1785 and helped establish Washington College in Chestertown, Maryland. Now, during the ratification of the new Constitution, he opposed it as a firm believer in states' rights and individual rights. He advocated in upwards of 28 amendments to the Constitution, including those on freedom of religion, freedom of the press, and protection against judicial tyranny. Many of his proposed amendments became part of the Bill of Rights. Once it had been ratified, he supported it enough that President Washington felt confident in appointing him judge of the United States Court for Maryland in 1789. Or maybe perhaps it's more accurate to say Washington felt confident enough in Peka after he asked James McHenry's opinion of him. And McHenry replied that Peka would, quote, carry much respectability and legal dignity into the office. And Peka continued in that office for 10 years until he passed away on October 23rd, 1799, in the same house in which he was born. And that is this week's Profiles in History. All right. Okie dokie, artichoke. Are we back? Do we know what the hell is going on right here? Do we really know? I don't. I have no effing clue. I don't know what's happened to this computer that runs this whole damn operation. But what I do know is somebody out there said something completely fucking stupid. I mean, I thought she was pretty damn dumb, and maybe it's all of the hair dye and whatever that makes it through the roots. But this gal is an idiot. Beyond stupid. And here's what this article says. Now, I didn't have time to pull the audio for you, or otherwise we would have made this our Who Said That. But apparently this computer doesn't like us, or the government is shutting our internet down and figured out a way to shut our operations down. It's ridiculous. I don't think... For some reason, somebody out there does not want us talking. They don't like it. Anyway, shall we? It says, in one of the most woke video footage ever compiled, pop star Katy Perry confesses her sins of white privilege to Black Lives Matter leader DeRay McKesson. Got my attention. So what the hell happened? No, YouTube, I don't think YouTube did it. YouTube doesn't really mind us. I mean, actually, right now, the only one that is accepting our signal right now is YouTube. YouTube is the only one. Periscope, they can suck it. Twitch, well, we were having issues with that. I was getting a little yellow flag over there. We were trying to stream over to Twitch tonight. So that didn't fucking work. And then, well, Facebook, they can suck it because everything's fake over there anyway, and everybody wants to be vague. Nobody wants to actually say what the hell is on their mind. Oh, I stubbed my toe. Well, what the hell did you fucking stub your toe on? My kid's sick. From what? Speak! You don't just walk up to random fucking people on the street and say, yeah. Does this look normal? Anyway, I'm in a rowdy fucking mood tonight. I should have worked out. Yeah, it's probably the Russians. The NSA is probably sucking the Russians' cock so they can shut the show down. Anyway, let's see. Katy Perry confessed all her sins, starting with her offense of sporting cornrows during her horrific "This Is How We Do" music video. Perry also featured eating watermelon in the video, which, according to this article, says is an apparent stereotype of black people. Look, every summer we get watermelon. I'm white as can be. I got no rhythm. I eat watermelon. It's good. It tastes good. I like what. Do you like watermelon?
Yes.
I know a lot of people that like watermelon. And not all of them are black. So she says, I've made several mistakes, even in the "This Is How We Do" video, about how I wore my hair and having a hard conversation with one of my empowered angels. Her empowered angel's name is Cleo. Probably not the same Cleo that you could call up for $9.95 a minute and she'd read your pulse or read your palm over the phone. Well, Perry had asked her, what does it mean? Why can't I wear my hair that way? Well, Cleo, luckily. And Tina, I like fried chicken too. One of the things Roxanne does is when she makes fried chicken, we don't make fried chicken per se, but it's still fried chicken. She makes these fried chicken strips, and in the breading, she puts ranch seasoning, right? Yeah, she puts ranch seasoning in it. Wow, it's phenomenal.
I do fry it.
She does fry it.
But we don't have it.
We really don't. We probably should make some soon.
Okay.
That would be good. Put it on the menu. Would you write that down? Okay. Yes, I know, Slick. That Cleo died. And she probably didn't see it. Why is it that every damn psychic has yet to win the lottery? Seriously. I mean, if you're psychic, you know what the numbers are going to be, right? So Perry said, she told me about the power in black women's hair and how beautiful it is and the struggle. And I listened and I heard and I just didn't know. And I won't ever understand some of those things because of who I am. I will never understand. But I can educate myself, and that's what I'm trying to do along the way. And then she goes on to say, I didn't know that I did it wrong until I heard people saying I did it wrong. Hey, Katy Perry, you're doing it wrong by listening to them. Idiot. It takes someone to say out of compassion, out of love, hey, this is what the origin is. I think people have been braiding their hair for a long time now. A lot longer than we've probably been putting in cornrows in people's hair. I mean, I live in the Midwest. When you talk about cornrows, I'm going to take you out and I'm going to show you a row of corn. Okay? Maybe that's my whiteness coming out. Then she made the biggest confession of all. The biggest confession of all in this interview with D-Ray was where she admitted she once denied she was a feminist. She admits, I didn't know what that word meant. Someone pulled me aside in a quiet space and didn't shame me, didn't judge me. My friend Shannon, she just said, sweetheart, I love you, and I just want to show you what the Webster's definition in the dictionary says about what it is to be a feminist. And it's just a quality. Check it. Webster's dictionary. Feminism. A principle that women should have political, economic, and social rights equal to those of men. Well, according to this, I'm a feminist. But yet again, I completely understand that in today's society, women can even run for president and almost make it. You know, got you $1, got you the White House. Oh. Anyway. Congratulations, Katy Perry. You're an idiot. So she's supposed to be tolerant on the left because she did kiss a girl and she liked it, but maybe she was sorry for that. You know, she needs to apologize to the LGBTQ society. Because, you know, over in the Middle East, they barbecue people that are LGBTQMNOP. After they, yes, that's correct. After they throw them off the top of the building, and then if they're still wiggling, they throw rocks at them. And then they put them in a cage and sink them like animals that are digging in your trash. And if you're still alive after, then they just set the thing on fire. No? Too harsh? Oh. Well, I'm so sorry. Maybe your feelings were hurt. Katy Perry, you're an idiot. Look, in your words, I'm saying this out of compassion. I'm full of passion right now. You're an idiot. Anyway, on a lighter note, I had ice cream earlier. She did, yes, that's right. We had cookies this weekend. She made the quote-unquote crack cookies. They are phenomenal. She changed up the recipe a little bit instead of using white chocolate chips because, you know, it's racist to use white chocolate chips. So she changed it up and, ouch, gay pole vaulting? Woo! I don't even know where to take that, John. Yes, I had cookies last night. I had ice cream tonight. Come at me, bro. Anyway, so we changed up the white chocolate chips. So what were they? They were just white baking chips? They had no flavor?
Not really.
Lame. So anyway, she found vanilla chips. It's like an oatmeal cookie with cranberries and vanilla chips. Oh, yeah. Oh, they were so good. Oh, Slick said he would win. I'm taller laying down than I am standing up. Tina says, ice cream. Ejection required for the pole vaulting? Are you sure? That kind of depends on whose side of the pole you're on, John. Maybe it's erection required. You can pole vault that one. You know what? This episode has to go down in the history books as one of the crappiest episodes we've ever done. After the computer shut down, I just kind of sat here in shock at what the hell just happened. Then I left the room. I decided, you know what? No, I'm not going to give them the upper hand. I don't want them to win. So we came back, caught our bearings. We got in a good profiles in history. I mean, he's an interesting dude. But yeah, that's really all we had. I mean, we lost some valuable time. We did not get to talk about how the New York City Theater Company is out in Theater in the Park doing a rather grotesque version. Oh, Real Serious Nonsense blows this show away. John, you know that. Real Serious Nonsense was even when they were still doing the show, they were far better than this. This is an abysmal failure tonight. We may have to regroup and try and do something else later this week. I don't know what that means. But if anything, we learned that, and I miss Angie and Clay too. I really need to reach out to Angie on Twitter because I see that she's busy on Twitter lately. I need to reach out to her and see how things are going. It's been a while since I've chatted with her. And I haven't seen anything come out of Clay lately. Even on the Facebooks, I haven't seen anything. So I probably should check in with her and see how he's doing. You just need a mutant chicken to boost the show ratings. I don't know if the cat... Why would Refill piss his pants? Refill, why would you piss your pants? Who? Is it because somebody else scored and you were wanting the other team to win or something? Why did I have you scared? Was I saying bad words? Did you not like that? I don't know. My wife doesn't like when I get in a mood like this. She really doesn't. And Refill, that I have to apologize for that. You know what? Here, let's do that. He's afraid you might go snipe Bernie. No, that's not gonna happen. Clay's mutant chicken. Seriously, we need to figure there was something not right about Clay and his mutant chicken and the fact that he had pet skunks. And no, the cookies didn't get... Maybe it was the cookie. Maybe it's the cookie's fault. Because I did wake up at 2 in the morning with this splitting headache. It felt like somebody hit my forehead with an axe. Beyond ridiculous. I popped some Ranger candy and I tried to lay back down, tossed and turned, and tried to go about the day. I'm just really, really tired. I had a very long week last week, and I really did not get any time to unwind. Jess, how were the cookies? Have you had any cookies lately? Have you had any of the new version of the crack cookies 2.0, if you want to say? So if anything, let's go back to that. If anything, we learned that I guess I have a halfway decent Bernie Sanders. I don't know. I have to add that one to the list. Got that going for us. Ranger candy, 500 milligrams of Tylenol. No, sir. More like 1,500. Woohoo! So, yeah, we got that going for us. I'm just not in a really good mood tonight. I really hope this doesn't affect my sleep. John thinks he says it was a great Bernie voice.
So what, John? The question is, you gotta answer the question. You gotta answer the question. I asked you a question, you gotta answer the question.
It's like your angry grandpa when you ask him, hey, Grandpa, how's it going? Did you hear about such and such in the news? And it's over. You know that for the next 35 to 45 minutes, you're going to be sitting on the couch listening to Grandpa gripe about it. And all the other kids are going to be out back playing, and you did your good deed for the month. I'm going to kill my liver that way? By what? I don't drink. Oh, because of the Tylenol? Oh. Some people, I don't know. Let's see. I'll have to think that. I got to hear it in my head first, John. I got to hear that in my voice.
Pull my finger. Pull my finger.
That's funny. Bernie Sanders saying, pull my finger.
Pull my finger. John, you gotta pull my finger. Pull my finger.
He's got that weird, old grandpa version of Arsenio Hall's finger. It's like... Oh, anyway. You know what? We really probably should call it a night. Yeah. We should call it a night. I'm not even going to worry about any of the... Oh, Brian Stoltz is in the room, a.k.a. Mr. and Mrs. Lego. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the lovely, new, and improved Mr. and Mrs. Stoltz. Brian, it's been a long time since we've been able to see you in a chat room. Hope you guys...
Hey, boo-boo.
They're killing me, Brian. Brian, they want me to do say all these weird, funny things in this new Bernie Sanders voice that we're trying out. Anyway, so yes, let me just say that I want to talk one-on-one with Brian real quick. Brian, I am beyond stoked for you and your lovely bride, Kim. I wish you many, many years of good luck. I know that God is on your side. The Lord's got special things lined out for the two of you. And with that, I just want you to know that if Kim is with you, I want Kim to know that I've only known Brian for a short time, and we've only chatted on the phone a couple of times. But to be able to know somebody through a connection on Twitter or Facebook and to build a relationship that way and then to talk to him on the phone and know that it's a real person. I'm very humbled to be able to call Brian a friend of mine. He is a great, great guy, and I wish the two of you many, many years together. And may the Lord just continue to bless the two of you. You guys are going to have a great, great life together. So love the two of you guys. You guys are awesome. Seriously, it from the bottom of my heart, I hope the best for the both of you. And I could say so many other things, but I'll just leave it at that. I'm just full of congratulations for the two of you. Brian says he's working on Lego Bernie Sanders. Interesting. You'll have to let me know when you got that ready. You can tag me over on the Instagrams or Facebooks or whatever. We'll share. Guys, I don't know if you knew this, but Brian has quite the Lego figurine collection. And he puts together some outstanding little skits. He kind of does them in a comic book format, if you will. You guys got to check him out. If you don't follow him over on Instagram, you need to, because that's typically where I see him. John says Lego Bernie requires 10 minutes in the microwave. Refill says a lot of Christian themes in today's show. That's good to hear. If anything, it raised awareness. Now we all know a little bit more about what Article 6... Look, over the last 6 months, seriously, we need to give a round of applause to those on the left, because they are really, really giving us so many opportunities to dive into the Constitution and look at what it says and talk about it. So, thanks to those that are on the left. Okay. I hate to be the bearer of the bad news, but before this ridiculous rig wants to shut us down again, we're going to go ahead and sign off. I'm not going to promote this show at all afterwards. Actually, that is... Actually, for me, it's more of a Yogi Bear and not so much Fred Sanford. But I get it. Yeah, I get the Yogi Bear. Yeah, I used to do Yogi Bear. I've been really working on my Alex Jones for some reason lately. I don't know why. I really don't. It's people. Somebody will be saying something, and I just go off into a rant about with the Alex Jones voice. So maybe I need to practice. Maybe that's what I need to do, is practice with just going off on him in Bernie Sanders voice. Because because apparently you guys are liking it, so we'll have to keep that one around for the show. So that, yes, you're true, Slick. So look, again, I want to apologize for any technical issues that we've had tonight. We've tried everything on our end to try and remedy them. But again, I honestly think there are some outside forces trying to keep us silenced. And going forward, I'm going to try not to let it get to me. It got to me tonight, and I apologize a little bit, but not so much. Sometimes you just got to get all of that frustration out, and let the adversary know that you're not going to let them win, and I'm not going to let them win. We're going to... Kim's curious if we're going through Nutella withdrawal. Maybe that's what it is. No, refill. It's not a glitch. I've gone into the deep into the logs in the computer, and when it gives me the error codes, there's really not much there. I've fixed everything that has to do with I've fixed everything that has to do with all of the past error codes of the computer just shutting down. I at least I thought I did. We went good there for a while, and apparently now we're back at it. So I'm gonna have to dig in and see where that one's at. Refill wants to know if I'm being serious, that someone's monitoring the show and interfering with the transmission. No, I'm not Windows 98. We are... Everything is updated. I even did some updates earlier, did a fresh restart. I just... My mind is blown. I'm going to have to get with some of my IT guys and see what maybe they think. Anyway, yeah. No, I'm speaking more on a not an actual person, but more of an adversarial spirit, refill. I think there's, there's something trying to silence us and work against us, and work in favor of things that fall in line with those on the left. I don't think that these adversarial spirits are enjoying the side that we're on. I don't think they like it one bit. John says, get a Mac, fewer problems than Windows. Honestly, that's really not in the budget. Our budget is like nil right at the moment. All of the monthly stuff hits mid-month to keep the show going. So anyway, enough of all of that stuff. Yes, John, I'm pointing to spiritual warfare. And to echo what Brian says, nothing will silence the truth, and that's what we try and stick to here with the show, is nothing but the truth. So we will reboot during the week. We'll reboot. We'll figure something out. I'll make it up to you guys somehow, some way. So stay tuned. Stay tuned to see what comes out later this week. Maybe it's just some extended cuts to the midday mashups. Maybe they're going to be a little longer than 5 minutes. I don't know. We'll see. But it has been fun. See? Look at that. The camera. Okay. Well, we're going to shut things down. we're going to shut things down here, reboot mentally, and get things back on track. Seriously, thank you to each one of you guys who stuck with us tonight. Thanks to each one of you that tuned in. I really, really appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart, I really do love you guys. You guys you guys aren't friends. You guys are family. I pray for you guys by name. I want you guys to know that's how much you really mean to me. That's how much you mean to my wife. Because without you guys, none of this is worth it. You know, I would be as equally content with just writing some stuff and posting it on the website and just that's it. So yeah. Anyway. So yes, that's all the time we've got for this. Let's just run through the script, shall we? We'll do it live. Okay. Throw it out to O'Reilly for that one. So yeah, that's all we got for this week. We'll be back next week. You guys know where to find me over on the Twitters and the Gabs at Stafford Voice. Most of you already know where I'm at on Facebook. If not, all you got to do is just search for the Stafford Voice. You can email any questions, comments, or concerns to thestaffordvoice@gmail.com. If you're interested in joining our network over on Slack and keeping up with some of the kind of the behind the scenes stuff, I guess you could say, reach out to me and I'll get you over there. It's more of a community type based thing where we can have extended discussions on things. That's kind of the idea behind that. So again, thank you guys so much for your time, and until next week, thanks and God bless.